Okay, and we should... There we go, there's the audio. And we should be live, should be the key term. In fact, it looks like we are. So let's get this started by going, hello everyone, and good morning. I know, surprise, surprise, I'm streaming in the morning. That is not common for me. But, it's getting a little more common here recently, so I figured, it shouldn't be too strange. But yes, I'm going to be playing some more Zelda Ancient Dungeon today because, I just got done doing some editing work. Figured I want to take a breather, have a little bit of fun, just enjoy some things. Also, Suki, congratulations on snagging that verse there. Good to see you, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. And good morning there, Mukia. Good morning. Good morning to you. Very early your stream indeed. Yeah, it is, for me, it is officially 7:50 in the AM. But yes, we're here, and I actually have a new redeem for people that has replaced a few older ones that I'm testing out, seeing how people like it. But without further ado, let's get to the dungeon. We have our wooden sword that can stab and shoot laser beams. Let's do this. Alright, so first room is going to have Octoroks. Simple enough. Nothing too rough, nothing too rough. Okay. Oh, Tektite. I do not like Tektites. I do not like Tektites. They trigger my fight or flight reflexes whenever it comes to spiders because... Fun story for those of you who do not know, I was bit by a Black Widow a long time ago. It paralyzed my arm for an entire year. And, yeah. Ever since then, I have a rational fear of spiders. Some may say irrational, because what are the odds of that? But, it still happened to me once, so I think it's rational. Yep, a year. It paralyzed my right arm for an entire year. I was not able to use my... right hand. Luckily, though, I'm ambidextrous, so... Yeah, Black Widows are no joke. No joke at all. I'm considering myself lucky, though, because whenever it happened... Here's a free rabbit's tail for you. Whenever it happened, I was sleeping, and, I was with family at the time. And... Let's allow that. There we go. I don't know why Automod grabbed that. I have Automod turned off. Huh. And good to see you there, Calico. Good to see you. There's a lot of brown recruits in your apartment. I find a lot of them here now, too, because I'm in a new area. I'm back in my old stomping grounds, so to speak. But the story with the Black Widow is I was asleep. I was with family at the time, still with me, mom, and my brother, and stuff like that. And, well, long story short, I got bit in the middle of the night, and I just felt this thing that felt like a heart attack. I could just feel my entire arm like electricity going up it and into my chest. It was painful. I don't think well, correction, I felt worse pain than that before, but it was just... It's something that wakes you up real quick. Real quick. And I was terrified because, I thought I was having a heart attack. I immediately called family, said, hey, I think I might need to go to the hospital because I think I just had a heart attack. She says, no, you didn't have a heart attack. You didn't have a heart attack. And then I see a spider on the wall, and I realize that's a Black Widow. It is tiny, it has a big old bulbous butt, and it has a little red hourglass on the bottom of it. I then say, never mind, scratch what I said. I need to go to the hospital for a completely different reason now. I see what bit me. I see what happened. I was bit by a Black Widow. And my mom said, oh, you're just imagining things. It wouldn't be a Black Widow. There's no way. There's no way that would happen. Well, I killed the spider. Right then and there, big old thunk, big old like that whenever I smacked it and crushed it against the wall. With a shoe, mind you. But, yeah, it's just a thing of, it died, luckily. I never have to deal with that one again. It is now gone for all eternity. It will never walk again. It will never live again. Sort of goes with the territory when you bite somebody and you're a spider. They tend to crush you. But, here's the thing. I'm told just to go lay down, and if things are worse in the morning, we'll go from there. I go and lay down because no one's listening to me, no one's helping me. And next day, I don't wake up for another 12, to 18 hours. And the next day, I am still in a lot of pain from that. And I get up, my right arm is paralyzed, just hanging down at my side. And has turned purple. Turned completely purple. I walk out, and I go, "So, you think I was joking now?" I get rushed to the emergency room, and yeah, it was a thing of after that, they couldn't even give me anti-venom. It had been too long, so it was a thing of they hooked me up to an IV, and I just had to pick a god and pray. And so I did. I did, and you know what? I lucked out. I'm still around. I'm still here, you know, because that could have been worse. Could have, you know, I was already through the worst by that point. I was through the worst. The possible heart attack I could have had from it, you know, didn't happen. But it's a thing of, ooh, let me tell you, that is an experience you never forget. That is an experience you never forget. Ooh, we immediately got the blue nick. Nice. But yeah, that's my story about getting bit by a black widow. That's my story about getting bit by a black widow. And now people understand why I have a rational fear of spiders. Yeah, it's just, I do get it though. It's the thing of, odds of being bit by a black widow are not that high. Normally they stay away from people. I was just, you know my luck. You all know my luck. You've seen me deal with RNG. Oh, lordy. Yeah, you've seen a lot, but you haven't been bit by one. Yeah, because they try to stay away. Normally spiders don't attack people. It's a thing of, you know, if they're stepped on, they'll bite. But they'll normally go for things that are smaller than them, you know? It's only really if you mess with them that they bite. Or strike. Sounds similar to a serious bone break? Yeah, I guess you could say it's sort of like that, yeah. Because people are like, no, there's no way. And I've even had a moment like that with a friend at one point, where a friend of mine said that someone threw a buzzsaw at him. I thought, okay, no, this person I know is stupid, but they're not stupid enough to toss a buzzsaw blade at somebody. I go out, see a gash in my buddy's head and go, okay, we're calling the hospital. It's just, sometimes things are so strange you don't believe them when you hear it. Because reality is stranger than fiction sometimes. Reality is stranger than fiction sometimes. Alright, let's go up. Hold up. Just gonna take care of these this Tektite here. Alright. Both your brothers fear spiders pretty bad. Arachnophobia have been in charge of spider control since you were a kid. Understandable. Understandable. I mean, I'll still take care of the spiders that I run across, and my fear of spiders isn't that it's not that I'm terrified of them, it's more that I don't want them on me. So if I see a spider out in the wild, it's fine. It's fine. At that point, it's the thing of, you know, it's in its territory, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's not going near me, it's not gonna bother me, you know, everything's okay. Everything's hunky-dory. But as soon as that thing is walking on me, or inside my home, it's on borrowed time. Rest well there, Suki. Rest well. Hopefully you don't have nightmares about spiders after this story. Thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you. Good to see you. And good morning there, Crazy. Good morning. Oh, yeah, so you see the name goes straight to Monkey Punch? Understandable, understandable. We do be Lupin the Third fans in here. Ooh, money. I could use more of an item, but we'll take money. We'll take the money until, you know, The game says, hey, we're not giving you the bow, so those rupees you're getting are going to be pretty much useless. Ooh. Ba-doop. Buddy. No worries about stars for you? And hey, Prek, how's it going? Good to see you, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. And what's going on? We just had a free story about, you know, why people should fear Black Widows and not trust them. Destroy them on sight. But yeah, good to see you. Ah, you just chilling? Nice. Always good to hear that you're able to chill. You're gonna eat the spider? I mean, if you can eat it and not get hit with the neurotoxin, then more power to you. No one says to leave house fires, which is nice and all, until they breed. Exactly. Exactly. I mean... Ooh. I know people think having house fires is a good thing, and in some cases it is, because, you know, it makes it to where the insects don't stay inside the house. But here's the thing. The spiders are only going inside your house because insects are there, because there's prey for them there. Do you know what also solves that problem? Clean your dang house. Just clean your dang house. That solves the problem too. Oh, got hit by a lever there. Ah, oh, and that bubble. Okay, I can't use my weapon. There we go. Okay, okay. You're cold there, cold, let them in. No. No. They have an exoskeleton. They can handle the cold. Spiders can handle the cold. It's fine for them, yes. Oh. Oh, but yeah, it's good to see everyone this morning, by the way. It's good to see everyone. Everyone's been having a good, I guess, day today is proper? I don't know. Would it be good morning this morning, or a good night last night? I don't know what the terminology is I should use here. I'm normally not a morning streamer. Yeah, sadly I don't have an exoskeleton. I have an endoskeleton. I'm an any. I'm an any when it comes to my skeleton. It's like 11 p.m. where you are? Ah, I see. Well, whatever time of day it is, hot hooks. Hope y'all having a good one. Ah, the blue candle. Okay, we have a fire weapon. Nifty. A magic wand. Okay. We have more than enough rupees to do this. Also, before we spend our rupees here, I just have one thing to say. Nice. All right. Say good time. You know what? You right. Also, fun fact: the magic wand in this game is more or less there for people who never find a sword upgrade, and they're stuck with a wooden sword through the entire thing. Sorry, just stretching a bit there. Because not everyone's gonna find the white sword or the magical sword. Hold on 1 second, folks. Okay, and we should be back. Should be back. All right, sorry, had to take care of something. All right, let's unpause the game. Let's see. We cannot damage the darkness with the magic wand. We're gonna have to use our wooden sword to take care of them. Luckily, if we can, oh no, if we can get him above this, I was gonna say we could take advantage of the fact that you can go through the blocks. But you know what? This works just as well. Thanks for the welcome back there. I appreciate it. Alright, so we have Octoroks galore in here, and we're gonna take care of this, and We're just finished going out and... Oh! Sounds like you had a fun time there, Iprak. Sounds like you had a good time. Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. Okay, what on earth? You know, we may not have found a health upgrade yet, but the fact that we found the Blunic already, that definitely helps out quite a bit. Quite a bit indeed. Ow! I wasn't paying attention. Just let myself get blasted by the magic bolt. We want to get away from these magic bolts. These are going to be a bit of a problem for us. We got blue moblins already, so that's something to be a little concerned about. Luckily, we have the tools, we have the power. Alright, we just need to get some more healing back. Or... Oh, can I even defeat the... I don't think the Poe's Voice can be damaged with the Magic Rod. I think we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Yeah, we're gonna have to just attack it with the wooden sword. Not a fan of fighting this thing with the wooden sword, but you know, it must be done, it must be done. We have the power. Exactly. Exactly. Alright, so... More Poe's Voice. Or Pole's Voice. Is it Poe's Voice or Pole's Voice? I can't remember. I want to say it's Pole's. Oh, we need to find a DPS upgrade for these things. Either that or the bow. That'd be nice. Hope everyone had a great New Year. I hope you had a great New Year too, Crazy. I hope you had a great New Year too. I indeed had a great New Year. 2023 is starting off strong. We just need to... Oh, I had a thought, but I lost it. Dagnabbit. Oh, there's a boss in the next room, though, so we do know that that's coming up. We could hear the roar of the whatever's in here. Is it... Oh god, it's a Gleeok. Okay. It was the early form Gleeok, so... That's a little better? Ow. Ooh. Ooh, not so much better. Not so much better. Oh. So we can only damage it with a sword. Ow. This may be the end of the run. Maybe the end of the run. Ah. No health upgrades, no sword upgrades. Makes that really difficult. That is what it is, though. Is what it is. So, we start again, from the top, as they say. Alright. Ooh, right, we took damage, and I don't have the Blunic, so it actually dealt normal damage. I forgot about that. I forgot I didn't have the Blunic no more. I mean, technically it's the blue ring, but yeah, it's the Blunic. We're calling it the Balloonik. Alright. Each of these guys has a chance to drop some HP for us, so that would be nice if they would. But, you know what, if they don't, it's not the end of the world. Not the end of, ooh, well, there we go. We got a full heal off that fairy. Okay, we take those. Now, folks, for anyone who might be wondering, don't worry. This stream right here is not going to replace the one that's happening at 8 p.m. tonight. I'm just having fun, just playing a game, you know, while relaxing a bit right now. This is just an on my own time sort of stream. Oh, levers. Okay. I was thinking, this room is strangely empty, and then, sure enough, it wasn't empty. They were just underground. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of Tektites. That's a lot of Tektites. Alright. Let's get rid of the rope first. That way they won't charge at us, so we can deal better with the slimes here than with those ropes. So the slimes, they just move out normally. Ropes, they will chase you down. Taking vocal lessons, they are starting sooner than later. I haven't started on them yet, but they're starting soon. I'm just waiting for the schedule. And once I find out that schedule, I'll be adjusting my schedule around those a little bit. So right now, this is just me naturally. I'm not doing well this run. Okay, I might die early on in this run here. Because I'm getting greedy. But I'm excited for it as well. It's gonna be a fun time. Gonna be a fun height. Right. Each going back and forth does not mean empty room, means different room. Right. Okay. Ow. Oh no. Art? Okay. We're treading on water. You like my assets, Whistle? Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. But you know. Sorry, I was about to say something. I forgot what it was. Here we go. But one thing I always do is I like to try to go for more than what I have. You know, I like to try to do better, learn new skills, and be better than what I currently am. Because if I just stay still, it's boring. I gotta keep moving forward, you know? That's the whole fun part about being alive. Going adventures, learning new things, and just having a good time. Ow. Though we might not be alive in this game for much longer if I keep up this bad play of mine. Oh gosh. Alright, so I did really bad that run. Oh, jazz, rock, or opera? I'm not sure. Not sure. I think right now I just know I'm signed up and gonna talk things and figure out things when I get there. Just to figure out whichever one is believed to be better suited to my voice. Yeah, sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bugs in roguelikes. Especially in ones where, you know, it's all 8-bit and the enemies like to move about. You got very, very, very short range. But them's the breaks. One thing that's sort of strange that most people probably wouldn't have guessed. When I was a kid going to school, obviously, from how I am, most people could probably assume that I want to be in the drama club because, you know, acting is fun and all that, you know? Just have a bunch of fun with it. However, that class was always filled up. It was always filled up immediately, never got the chance. So, I ended up going to another thing. I ended up going into band. And with band, I learned how to play the trombone. Now, do I still own a trombone or know how to read sheet music? No. I do not. It's been a hot minute, but it was still fun to learn at the time, and I'm glad I did. Because if I never did that, I would have learned a new skill, which I bet if I was just take a quick refresher, I could relearn how to read sheet music real quick. Exactly, gotta move forward, try new things. It's what life's all about. Though there are often times when we are very scared to do so. And what determines bravery isn't if someone does something out of recklessness. It's if someone does something despite the fact that they're afraid of it. And let me tell you, I'm still working on that. Because there are many things I'd be afraid of right now that I'm just not pushing forward on because I'm afraid of them. But one day I'll get there. At least I can say I'm honest about it with myself and say, yeah, I know I need to work on it. You know, at least there's that. That's the first step. Yeah, it's definitely not an easy thing to do at all. Yeah. Oh, Octorok. It's a blue Octorok, so it's a Blocktorok. Okay, we gotta take these Blocktorok's down, maybe get some health out of the slimes? Because otherwise this is another dead run, because I've been playing very sloppy here. Oh, we might be dead here, folks. We might be dead here, especially if we keep on getting ranged enemies. Okay. I need healing. Stat. I might also want to not accidentally hit up on the D-pad when I'm going for a stiggity stab on the enemy Octorok there. You know, that was all on me. Slip of the thumb. Slip of the thumb. Alright, but this time we got it. This time for sure. This time for sure. In your opinion, you don't see why people rush? That's fair. That's fair. I don't get why people rush in on things a lot of the time either. That said, I'm also someone who moves at a glacial pace with a lot of things, so that's why it's something I gotta work on, because if I don't do something, I never will. So hurry up, live guys fast. You can't live fast while you can't. Guys fast. Live guys fast. It can't take too long. And you know what? They're sort of right. They're sort of right on the you can't take too long bit. You know. Sorry, I was reading your comment. Also, not paying attention to the screen at all there. But yeah, it is good to live somewhat fast, somewhat, not completely, somewhat, because you know, it's true. You ain't gonna live forever, and you know, it's just a thing of gotta get as many things done as you can. I mean, if I hesitated on all things, I wouldn't even be here right now. I wouldn't be streaming or anything like that. So there is some truth to it. But it's the thing of everything within moderation. Ah, autocorrect got it. Gotcha. But yeah, for me it's a thing of everything within moderation, and some things are just too terrifying for me to do right now. And let me tell you, I try, but I am a very, very cautious individual. Been called paranoid before because I'm cautious, but is it really being paranoid to take caution? If you're still just going, okay, let's plan this out, look at it like this, look at it objectively, and see where to go from here. Is that really paranoia, or is that just being careful? There we go. And we got our hearts back. Think so? Take time to a lot of things? Yeah. I don't think it's paranoid either. I think it's just being cautious. I might be overcautious at points. That I will not deny. But paranoid is something a little different that a lot of people don't seem to grasp the difference between being cautious, overcautious, and then paranoid. Because paranoid is worrying that everyone and everything is out to get you, in my opinion. Whereas caution, it's a thing of you understand that things are just, you know, how they are, and you just want to be careful about it. That doesn't mean that you're not going to take too many steps doing that, but it's not as bad as what people think. Show me that rushing into things without thinking through more often leads to mistakes or painful experiences. Yeah, that's what keeps me from rushing into things too. Ooh, cause life teaches you lessons really hard. Teaches you lessons really hard. But c'est la vie. Oh lordy, that was some slowdown. Carefully. Ow. Oh, so many projectiles. Okay, I need to get rid of a few of these projectile guys. The boomerang dude would be prime target for removing, but it's gonna be hard to hit him. Okay. Hey, we finally got some bombs too. Nice. All right. Could have really used some healing out of that, but you know what? We take what we can get. On. Ah, that's just more rupees. Yeah, it does. Yeah, exactly. Stiggity. Stiggity stabbity. I don't need rupees. I need HP, game, please. If anything, to make the beeping stop. Oh, lordy. Uh-oh, levers. Oh, gotta be careful, because... Oh, gotta earn that HP. Okay, And we're gonna go into a boss fight without any HP to our name. Alright. Things in the past change. Hold up. This boss normally isn't that bad, but with one hit, you know, being a one-hit wonder makes it a little more terrifying. I'll read your comment in half a moment. Okay. Thought you said lemurs? Ah. I mean, I did sort of slur my words a little bit there. Blue potion. Healing. We take it, and we take it now. Ah. This game isn't being nice to us right now. It is not. Let's, stickity stab these Octoroks. Hopefully, not get giggity got by that spider. Alright. A few things in the past has changed, but each painful thing makes you who you are today. Exactly. There are things in the past we'd all change. But, in the end, that's who makes us who we are. So, you know, good or bad, everything ends up helping you be who you are today. And really, that's what life is honestly all about, just becoming who you are. It's to live. The meaning of life is to live. That's really all it is. How you choose to live it, that's up to you. That's up to everyone. They get to make their own decisions on that. And yes, HP. We are very grateful for that. Okay, I'm gonna take a moment to take a sip of my drink. Actually, I got a new drink given to me as a Christmas gift from a family member, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Doesn't taste that great, but you know what? Soda is soda. It's artificial, but it's a soda. Okay. Ooh, tastes really weird, though. Ugh. Not quite sure how I feel about it. Ah. Got hit by the bubbles. Can't use my sword for now. Ah, I couldn't get to the rupees either. Double miss. Soda 8 a.m.? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Every time of day is soda time of day. Or tea. Soda or tea. I mean, it'll give you a kickstart, that's for certain. A little bit of a sugar rush in the morning never hurt anybody. Okay, maybe it has hurt somebody, but that's beside the point. That's beside the point. It hasn't hurt anyone here. There we go. Oh gods. I'm down to 1 HP again. I hate Tektite so much. Nope. Blue Nick, but almost a little too late. If we get hit, we're Dunyan rings. 3 a.m. Coffee time. Ah, I see that's you and coffee. It's always coffee o'clock. Understandable. Have day. Yeah, I'm one of those weird people who just I knew it was gonna happen. Somehow, some way, I can handle a lot of different flavors of drinks. But for some reason, I can't do coffee. And it's not because of the flavor. The flavor is fine. I like the flavor. The scent is just overpowering to me. It makes it to where, you know, I can't see straight. It makes me dizzy. Yeah, sometimes that just happens, but them's the ropes. Pun was not intended because I didn't know we were going to run into ropes in this room, but you know what? We take those. Ooh, bombs. Time to use cheese. You know, I've actually seen people who have tried to say that they've beaten this game while using cheats. No, that's not beating the game. That is called using what you got to get through it. And it. This looks like regular Zelda? Oh, Blake. This is not regular Zelda. This is Ancient Dungeon. This is the Zelda 1 roguelike. That's right. It is the ROM hack that turned Zelda 1 into a roguelike. And also, good to see you, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yep, you knew it. Yep, exactly. I never do things normal. I always go hard mode. I always go hard mode. I don't know why, but I do. We've already died on a few runs here, but you know what? We're doing better this one. This run's doing better for us already. We're at room 6 and it hasn't given us, you know, rooms filled with a bunch of nonsense of, you know, too many jumping enemies going around and smacking us in the face. I hate Tektites. You better believe it, Blake. You better believe it. But yes. How's everyone doing, by the way? How you doing this morning? I see you're chugging down some, drink there. Is that Ho-Oh brand drink right there, or is it just, Ho-Oh drinking the drink? That's the question. Alright. We need one more heart. That's all I need, game. Just... okay. Okay, now I need 2 hearts. Game? I have never seen the Octoroks be that fast about changing direction. I got unlucky with the RNG there. As is my fate, but you know what? It is what it is. And we got a heart back. Okay, we finally got a heart back. Drinking Sonic Peach Drinks G Fuel? Nice. That is a good emote, by the way. That is a really good emote. You're about to settle down for bed, Calico? Ah, I see. You rest well. You rest well. And good. And it's nice seeing you here, though. It's nice seeing you here. Oh, God. Don't get hit by the Tektite. Stabby. All right. Okay. All right. So here's a question for you all. How many people here have actually played Zelda 1? How many people here have actually played Zelda 1? I'm curious. I'm just a little bit curious about it. Because, you know, I know not many people probably have. But with it being on the Switch's virtual thing, you know, figured might as well. I see more people have. You know, he tried, couldn't get far. Yeah, the original Zelda does not pull any punches. It's what I call a guide game. It's what I call a guide game. Or at least print out a map. At least print out a map, you know? With the Zelda 1 map and Hyrule Warriors, that counts? You know what? That does slightly count. That does slightly count. Ah. Speaking of Hyrule Warriors, I need to redo that playthrough because... Oh my... Will these bubbles leave me alone? Okay. And we got a boss in the next room, I think. First Zelda you got into was Ocarina? Understandable. That was a lot of people's first Zelda. That was a lot of people's first Zelda. Just straight up. And I can understand why. A lot of people started with the N64. I mean, N64... We got the bow. Okay, nice. N64 was just coming out whenever I was really young. So it's a thing of... I get it. That's... I was around... When did it come out? I'm not fully sure the year right now. Huh. All I know is that I'm slightly younger than the N64. Was it 99? Maybe? I genuinely don't remember. Ooh, nope. It moved an extra square. It moved 2 squares instead of 1. Ah! Oh, well. We didn't get any life ups that run, so it's fine. We're gonna go ahead and try it again. Actually, come think that all the runs that we had, we've got no life ups. We've got no heart containers. Ah, 1996 when it came out, but Ocarina was in 1998. Ah, I see. Ow. I gotta say, sometimes they move a little bit, sometimes they move a lot of it. I can't really tell. The movement on these enemies is a little hard to tell sometimes. I mean, they have set patterns, but sometimes their speed seems to vary. Yeah, I was a really little kid whenever Ocarina came out. Really little. Ow. Get over here, you stupid keys. There we go. Oh, and a fairy. Okay, we're back to full health. We'll take it. We'll take it. But man, Ocarina's a good one. Ocarina is a good one. I will say, I will only ever play the 3DS port nowadays because the N64 version, the controls have aged like fine milk. But I still love the game for what it is. But you know, sometimes that's how it is, you know? Games that can't come out and are relatively revolutionary at the time. Whenever time passes, you know, all those revolutionary changes, those changes have been improved upon over time to where now it's so much better, and it's the thing of it's hard to go back. It's really hard to go back, and this is coming from someone who plays retro games. Okay, stab the got a heart back. Good. Your older brother lets you watch him play. I'm gonna never let play on the N64. Supposed to be for both of you. That's usually how it goes. That's usually how it goes. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I used to play a lot as a kid, and well, let's just say I was lucky that one of my younger brothers, you know, he wasn't really into video games. He was more into sports, so I didn't have to worry about sharing. Ah. Granted, I tried, but Sports, yeah. I mean, don't get. I'm not really a sports person myself. I'll be honest. However, I do like fencing. If you count fencing as a sport, which I do, I count fencing as a sport, and the Olympics does as well. So, just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. That's a fun one. Same with archery. But other ones, like football, soccer, baseball, I just can't get into them. I just can't get into it. I understand that there's fun rules and stuff for people, but to me, it's a thing of, I don't know, it's not as engaging to me. I got June 10th, 1996. I see, I see. Let's get rid of this unicorn dragon real quick. Okay, and we get the Blunic right away. Okay, this is rare. We're getting the Blunic so often early on. Record got September 10th on 1996. Ah, I see, I see. And even Europe and Australia got it March 1st, 1997. Understandable. You know, I should have drank my drink while I was in the other safe room. You know, that would have been the smart maneuver. Did I do that, though? No. I went straight for the other room while taking a sip of my drink. Still tastes funky, though. Still tastes really funky. I swear I hit up on the D-pad there. Maybe I should be using a different gamepad while playing retro games, because the Xbox One control... Sorry, the Xbox Series X controller just has a hard time with it. It likes to register diagonals a lot more. Don't get me wrong, the D-pad on is one of the best D-pads I've had in a long time for a game console. But, sorry, for a controller. But there's still some things where, you know, certain games you prefer other types of D-pads than the ones that you're using. So this is the new Elden Ring update? They really want to go? Oh, you better believe it. You better believe it. Also, good to see you there, Spiker. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Oh, there we go. Yeah, how you doing this morning? It's good to see you. Also, I'm tempted to go and try out the new redeem that I made myself just to make sure it actually works, because I don't know if it's working for anyone since no one's used it. I might try it in a moment. Oh, did it work? Did it work? Do I have a party member with me? Who showed up? I can't see. Yeah, that was the one. It worked? Sweet. Okay, let's see who showed up. Who showed up? I'm curious now. I'm curious. Who showed up? Oh, it's myself. Okay. Because fun fact, folks. Fun fact. This will last for 10 minutes, and then after 10 minutes, it'll disappear, and it can be redeemed again. And every time it's redeemed, there are a total of. Hold on, let me count in my head. 10 options that can occur. 10 randomly chosen traveling commands that can pop up. So it's gonna be could be a fun little thing to test around. Let's see if people like this, or if they prefer the old-fashioned way where they just yeet someone at me, the old-fashioned way, you know? Also, thank you for testing that out. I appreciate it. Alright, let's see here. Stabity. Okay. We still have not gotten a single heart container. I'm a little concerned by that. I'm gonna be honest. You see, the people who say Zelda 1 is easy, the reason they say it's easy is because they go around and get the heart containers first. They get the overworld heart containers first and foremost. Because if you get those, then yeah, it can be easy. If you don't get those, not so much. Now, it's amazing what having more HP will do for you, you know? It's almost as if that's what people do in Souls games as well. You know, they build their HP up so they can have an easier time. I do have a scar on the side. That is over my eye that is actually blind. I kid you not. That is not just lore. That is reality. I am blind in my right eye. So anytime someone sees me playing something, you could say that I'm doing a blind playthrough. I'll see myself out for that one. Actually, no, I'm here all week. No. You all just have to put up with it. This is my place. Get off the stage? I mean, I could get off the stage, but I don't want it. It's my stage. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Half-blind playthroughs all the time. Exactly. Oh man, these things aren't hard. They're just tedious because they waste your time. And they never seem to want to land where you can hit them. 1, 2... couldn't get all 3. You laughed at that? Oh, I'm proud of you. It means you are starting to appreciate bad puns. And we appreciate bad puns here. After all, this is a bad pun household. Speaking of which, do you all know what the best name is to call a pet newt? The answer is Tiny. That way, whenever someone asks why it's called Tiny, you can say, because he's minute. Someone has to laugh at my joke, so I'm going to laugh at him. Oh, pet newt. N-E-W-T. You know, newt. Oh. Well, this one we can hit with the sword beams. I didn't know we could hit with the that. Oh. Oh, this changes things. Ow. Oh, no. Well, it didn't change it for very long. Alright. Alright, 1 down. Let's see if we can get head number 2 removed. I normally fight this guy with the white sword or the magic sword, but you know, heart container. Okay, we're doing much better now. What's a newt? A small it's not a lizard, it's an amphibian, I believe. No, because lizards have scales, amphibians do not. How do you know that I'm in a good mood? Because I'm hoppy. Exactly. Have I seen Shane Echoes? Indeed I have, Blake. Indeed I have. That game looks really good. Okay, maybe I deserve that one. But yeah, that game looks really good. I'm very interested in trying it one day, but right now, saying that I've already got enough JRPGs on the list. You know, I can't really afford to add any more onto it. I still need to finish Digimon Survive. Because I was looking forward to that game for the longest time. And it's just thing of, you know, Jonah came in and caused a problem there. But I'll get back to it eventually. I still have my progress saved. So, Okay, so there's a lot of P-hats right here. I don't know which way I should move. Oh, the answer was not that way. I'll enjoy your money sink there. I hope it treated you well, and I'll take your Rabucks. I need to kill one of these P-hats. There we go. Got 20 hours in. It's amazing. Only 20 bucks, and wow. Over 20 hours for 20 bucks. That's a pretty good deal for an indie game. Oh my lordy. Well, one of these things. As I said, these things are a pain, not because they're hard, but because they waste your time. Alright. You know, after I clear this room, I'll catch up on chat. Give me a moment. Nope, didn't get the stabity. Okay, that one got the stabity. Okay, this one's stopping. Stabity it. Stab it. Stab it. Shanko, we work for you. Okay, we got HP back. We're still in a little bit of danger because we did take a little tick of damage there, but we healed it back up. Okay, here we go. All right, here we are. I got 20 hours in. It's amazing. Only $20 and about 30 hours main story, 51st side plus main. Wow, that is a really good deal. That's a really good deal. Also on Game Pass, whenever you want to give it a go. I do need to check out Game Pass at some point. I do. Saw that. Did Twitch fix it? Did Twitch fix what? How is the replayable? I mean, it's a JRPG, so it depends on how much you enjoy the story on if it's replayable or not. Yeah, it all comes down to personal preference on that. Because whenever a game's a JRPG, replayability is normally not the thing that's going to be the key factor with it. Normally JRPGs and RPGs in general are one and done for the story. But some JRPGs, you know, if you like them, if you like the story good enough, you can go back in it and play it again. That's why even though I love Golden Sun, and I say it is one of my all-time favorite JRPGs, if not one of the best JRPGs of all time, I've only played through it once. Because it's the thing of JRPGs are tough to call replayable. I'm gonna be honest, JRPGs are tough to call replayable because that's a giant time investment. I know some people can do it, but it's the thing of most people just don't have that time. Speaking of which, that reminds me of something that's been a bit of a discourse here lately around people that I know. Yeah, exactly. Once you know the story, it's pretty much over. 70 of Wars in a JRPG is stacked game. Ooh, nice. 70 War tries overwhelming. I might give it a gander. Though I am getting Fire Emblem Engaged this month, so I will be playing that. A little treat that I decided to get for myself. And let me tell you, I'm looking forward to that. Engaged looks so good. It reminds me of how the GBA ones looked, with how the animations are so flashy and everything. I love it. It is going to be one of the best Fire Emblem games to date. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be upset with it because it's not going to play like Three Houses, and that's the one they started with. But what a lot of people don't understand is that Three Houses didn't play like Fire Emblem. I'm sorry, Three Houses did not play like Fire Emblem. It played more like Shin Megami Tensei. That is really what it was. It was Shin Megami Tensei. With just some tactical gameplay elements. Because Fire Emblem has always been about, you know, the story, not just the storytelling, but the gameplay of it, yes, tactical, but it wasn't an everyone can do everything type of series. Fire Emblem has always been a thing of characters having specialized traits that they can do. Or, you know, you can go ahead and make them into certain classes and whatnot. It's not a thing of every class can use every weapon, so on and so forth. Just overpower and overstat level, you know. That was Three Houses. But that was cool for what it was. But Fire Emblem, it makes it where characters are more unique, usually. It gives the character more personality to where you remember them more. Because I can tell you now, out of Three Houses, the only characters I remember the names of at all are Byleth. Oh, sorry, I need to take a sip of my drink. Give me a moment. Okay, Byleth, Edelgard, Claude. My mind blanked on me. Shoot, who is the... Dimitri? I want to say Lysithea? No one else stuck out to me. I don't remember them. I don't remember them at all. I remember how they looked and units being useful, but they don't have as much percent. Oh, well, Sylvain, but that's because my friend Lokiru, a hardcore Sylvain simp, They call themselves that, so it's okay. I'm allowed to say it. Ow! Oh, this is a room of death. This is a room of death right here. I am in a lot of danger. This might actually be the room that ends us. Because all these flying enemies that I zig and zag? Okay. If I don't get rid of some of them, it's gonna be a problem. Just like some of them to slow down so I can hit them on the side that I'm on. And actually not have another one in front of them at all times. Oh god. I don't know who thought up P-hats as an enemy, but thank you for wasting my time. Thank you for wasting my time, person who developed and designed the P-hat. I do not like them. I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like P-hats and ham. You're gonna lurk? Alright. You have a good lurk there, and be well with whatever you gotta do over there. Catch you in a few. Yeah. Oh. Has it really already been 10 minutes? Wow. Wow. Okay, well, I wonder who joined me this time. I can't see because I'm one monitor gang. I don't have a second monitor. So, could someone in chat tell me who it was that joined? Because I'm not sure who. I can't see at the moment. Land on you. Well, I know Captain Crazy redeemed it. I'm just wondering who it was that it popped on either my pendant or my shoulder. This thing just doesn't want to land. That's all there is to it. There we go. Alright, let's see. Actually, I'm curious. I gotta know. I got to know. Oh, it's Maya. Okay, cool. Uh-huh. It's Maya. Good old Maya. You know, Maya's a cool person. Really, really fun individual. What's that? I've known her for about oh god, it's been about 2 years now. God, time's going by so fast. Lordy. Lordy. God, I keep on forgetting how fast time's flying. Then again, the last 2 years were sort of a blur. No, not Mayo, Maya. Maya. With an A at the end. Maya. I just call her May most of the time. Yeah, these last 2 years really were just a blur, 100%. Whew, because 2021 started off extremely rough. At the end of 2021, it slowly seemed to look like it was getting better. Then 2022 was really rough. Thinking of, okay, can I just have a normal year? Just like a normal year. Hopefully that'll be this year. Hopefully this year will just be a normal, calm, chill year. That's what I'm hoping for. Hey, Gustav, good to see ya. Remember we told you Happy New Year, but Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year to you too, Gustav. It's good to see ya. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. And I think you did wish me New Year because you joined me for. I think you stopped by during the Megman Zero stream the other day. Alright, we got. Oh, we got the boomerang. So let's go ahead. No. This is a normal boomerang. But you know what? That'll make some things stop moving for a moment so we can actually attack. We take those. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a regular year in the Year of the Rabbit. You know, I actually had that brought up to me a while back about, oh, this is the Year of the Rabbit. This thing of, yeah, it is, isn't it? It is, isn't it? They said, yeah, it's your year, Rabbit. It's like, ironically, I'm Year of the Dragon. I'm not Year of the Rabbit. Maybe that's why I get along with dragons so well. Suddenly everything's making sense. Suddenly everything makes sense. I think next year you'll finally play Majora's Mask. Oh, this year you're gonna play Majora's Mask? Oh! Majora's Mask is a good game, but I will say, if you're gonna play it, play the remake. Play the remake on the 3DS. Because it's got a lot of quality of life changes that make it so much easier to play. Because, I'll be honest, I'm one of the people that doesn't like Majora's Mask. I know, blasphemy. I know, I'm horrible. But, it's not because the game is bad. The game is good. I just don't like the time limit. I do not like being limited on my time. That's my main gripe with it. You're Year of the Tiger? Ah, so you were last year. Nice. How'd your year treat you? I hope it treated you well. Despite the community screen, the 3DS one is worse. That's one you're going. No, 3DS one is better. 3DS one is better. People just. Burn this rabbit at the sick for not learning time travel. Now, you gotta be careful with time travel. You know, I know of it. I know how to use it, but it's very volatile. You gotta be careful. It's a wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey thing. So you just gotta be careful about that, you know? You don't want to mess with it too much, otherwise it could and explode on you. And you don't want that. You don't want time to explode on you. Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know why it wouldn't let me attack with my sword for a moment there, despite hitting the button, but alright. The answer is just purely because the game said so. That's the answer, but... This bee has scattered. Oh my lordy. Can we not, please? Game. Alright. Didn't want to use that yet, but alright. This is why I need to use something with more of a direct input gamepad for something like this. I love this gamepad, but the D-pad on it is very, 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 very touchy. But that's really good for a lot of other games. Sometimes a more sensitive D-pad is good, other times not so much. Pick the right tool for the right job, and oh no, that bubble was coming up. We had to get away from there. All right, for all that work that we just did in this room, we got $1. Take a sip of my drink real quick. I'm just gonna pause the game. I'm sad that that cuts out the music though. Oh god, what's this have in it? It's horrible. Water high fruit. What's there? Oh. I shouldn't be drinking this. I shouldn't be drinking this. Switching back to tea it is. Okay. So, switching back to... It was a soda, but I didn't know what was in it. Let's just say, yeah, something I'm allergic to is in it, and I shouldn't be drinking it. So I'm not gonna drink anymore. Not gonna drink anymore. Gonna wash everything down with tea. Gonna wash everything down with tea. You're the Tetra. I mean, I hope not. I hope not. Someone time travels fast and dies. Does that mean they don't die? That's a good question. Does that mean that they're technically not dead yet? They're still not alive because they're not born yet? They still come back? Does that mean that they're the first case of human respawning? We must ask ourselves. We must ask ourselves. This is a question we must know. We must know the answer to. $1. Okay. So it's about alcohol. Apparently. And as Blake will tell you, I'm not supposed to drink that. Oh boy. Ow! Was not paying attention. Oh, that explains why it tasted god-awful. That explains why it tasted god-awful. Alright, let's take care of this bokoblin. I think that's bokoblin. I don't know. I think they're called something else in this game, but I'm gonna call them bokoblins because they look like bokoblins. Oh, we got a boss in the next room. Okay. Oh, is it going to be Gleeok? Please don't be Gleeok. I do not have my blue potion anymore. Do not be Gleeok. Alright. To enter from the right? Or from the left, I mean? Oh, it shouldn't be Gleeok. It is... Okay, it's just these guys. Okay, we're okay with this. This we are a-okay with. This is an easy boss. Now, I think the hardest boss in this game, honestly, isn't Ganon. I think it's the three-headed Gleeok. The rest of them are pretty... The rest of the bosses are fairly simple, comparatively. Well, except for normal Gleeok, of course. You know, normal Gleeok has two heads. But still a little complicated, but three-headed Gleeok, that is just... That's rough to do. That's rough to fight. Also, I just want to point out that for once we have gotten both a defense upgrade and 2 heart containers. So we're actually doing pretty good this run. Knock on wood. Alright. Okay, so we need to get rid of this Pole's voice. Alright, here we go. One pass. Is killing one's past version suicide or murder? I think that categorizes as yes. Only thing I can say to that, just yes. I just realized we're 2 rooms away from the best room of all time. We're almost there. We're almost to the happy room. Y'all know what to say once we arrive to the second room after this one. Y'all know what time it'll be to say, to say. Oh. There we go. Alright, one more room, and then we get to the good room. Alright, let's go up. Nice. so I'm clearly mentally 12 years old. Alright. Why is Link a redhead in this? Well, because Link originally started out with a sort of reddish-brown hair. He actually wasn't blonde before, at first. That's just something that changed when Ocarina of Time came around. Because Ocarina of Time just made it to where everyone liked that one design, decided stuck with it. That's all it was to it. They saw the public liked it, so they stuck with it. And, that's all she wrote, really. That's really all she wrote, you know? I think at first it wasn't going to be that way. I think they were going to give him different hair for each game. Or each set of games, because we know that in A Link to the Past, he normally has pink hair. But, yeah, I like to think that they were going to try to give him different hair for each incarnation. Because it's never the same Link. Well, okay, it's rarely ever the same Link. Sometimes it is. But it's not that often. Alright. Do bombs still hurt you? Yes. Okay, we're gonna use our bombs. There we go. Perfect. We got some bombs back. I hear a female of the offer goes. I mean, who? I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. As soon as there is a female character, that website's gonna go crazy in general. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. We all know it to be true. Oh no, I just realized how much of a pain this one's going to be. Oh, stay there. Let me stab you. Alright. There we go. You mean that wasn't you? Yeah, clearly. It was someone else who goes by Easttown HD. Easttown HD. Clearly. Ah, dagnabbit, we got hit. Maybe we can get another part out of the slime here. Nope. Ow. Dagnabbit. Okay. Oh no. Oh. That boomerang didn't hit the P-hat at all. And I'm surprised despite the fact that it went through its sprite. That is actually surprising to me. Okay. Okay, P-hat, I need you to land and let me shoot you with my laser beam sword. That's all I ask. There we go. Yeah, they were essentially going to give each incarnation its own look beside the outfit, I believe. I could be wrong. Don't take my word as gospel. I'm not Nintendo. I'm just going based off of, you know, how it seems, because Link did change how he looked quite often in terms of essentially hair color. I mean, why do you think we had a Link with pink hair? Why do you think we had a Link with pink hair? There's no other logical reasoning for it. That sounds like an East Side SSD take? Oh, I see. East Side SSD. So let me ask, does East Side SSD run faster than you, though? Because, I mean, if it's SSD, you know, that runs faster than a HDD. So I have to ask. You know, for science. For female gamers, I don't think people were thinking that way about it, because back then it was just thinking of... No one really cared male gamer or female gamers, just for players in general. Nowadays is whenever people start thinking about it, but... Yeah, it's just thing of... Back then it's just, okay, we expect people to play this, and we'll just do this, that, and the other, just because we can. And, there's always got to be some reason behind it, but... Okay, one down. One to go. Give me... We have 119 rupees, and we're on room 76. Lordy, we've actually made it pretty far here this time. We're scanning from back in the day. Oh, I'm just gonna take care of this Lionel. There we go. Yeah, I remember the original... shoot. I remember the original scan... Sorry, my brain is dying on me slowly but surely. But I remember the original scans, and, yeah. There was a lot of different arts for Zelda. A lot. And they're all really fun. It's been around for... How long did it take? Last 6 to 7 years? Yeah, about 6 to 7 years. So remember that real... I will take the potion. Thank you, old man who lives in this cave. I am an old man, and this cave is my home. Take this, is dangerous to go alone. Now journey across the spooky land. I'm willing to bet not many people here have actually watched Sprintle Floss. Well, actually, no, my chat might have. My chat might have, but I'm usually surprised at how few people I know have actually seen Sprintle Floss. Yeah, because that's OG YouTube. That is old OG YouTube. Content right there. Heart container. Okay, you know what? 6 hearts? Blue Nick? We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Yeah, and let me tell you, all hail the Blue Nick. Blue Nick is, while the red tunic, the runic, is the best one. I like the way the Blue Nick looks. I like the way the Blue Nick looks. There's just something about the deep blue, the bright blue color that just works well, you know? Ooh, rupees. Let's see, and... Oh, no. Nope, bubble, get away. Also, Link... yeah, Blake! I'm so used to saying Link right now. Blake, if you want to link me that in DMs too so I can go check it out after stream, because I will lose that link in the chat. I will lose that link in the chat. Because it's always cool to have those scans on hand, you know? Ah, thank you, kind. Yeah, I appreciate it. Stabby, stabby. Okay, these blue levers have got to go. Oh, luckily that came back in time. All right. You only have 2 blue levers. Only 2. So we can take care of old Blue here. There we go. I mean, actually, I don't think that was even official artwork from Nintendo. That was one that a magazine made because they just based it off of how the design of the sprite was, right? If I remember correctly. Also, to answer your question there, Spiker, it's Japan. That's all I have to say there. It's Japan. Okay, so it takes 4 hits on the blue levers. Gotcha. If only I could get an upgrade to my DPS, that'd be really useful right now. Okay, we're back up to 4 hearts. Tunic art? I mean, yeah, technically, yes. Yes. Okay, get rid of this like. Jeez. Okay, die, like. Right, boomerang does nothing to you. So, I just need to, get rid of these Pole's voice. Also, sorry if I'm slurring my words a lot. I bit my lip. I bit the inside of my lip earlier today on accident when I was eating something, and it's just sort of swollen. So that's why I'm slurring my words together a bit today. The joys of whenever you accidentally chomp down on yourself. God, I hate it. Yeah, hopefully we get some DPS going here soon. Because it'd be nice to have the white sword, maybe the magic sword? What was that for? What else do you call it when you accidentally bite your own lip? What else do you call it? Hey, I said the joys of when you accidentally chomp down on yourself. Don't misquote me there. You're gonna quote me right. Oh, we got another party member. Okay. I wonder who joined us this time. Oh. Now, I should really just make a pop-out window so I can see which party member gets added each time. I really should. Same one? Oh, Maya came back. Okay. Oh. That's a random chance right there. Okay, we just... You know what? This room's gonna be okay. This room's gonna be nice and easy for us. You know why? Because we have our laser beams. We have a laser sword. We don't need to worry about nothing here. Yeah, because I want to... Yeah, there are 10 options that can show up. So it's a thing of... Sort of interesting that the same one's popped up twice now. Huh. Okay. Ow. Okay, the rope didn't damage us. Though if we get ticked by another small bit of damage like that, it will destroy us. Also, enjoy your lurk there, Skeeb. Enjoy your lurk. Oh my lordy, that's a lot of Lionels. Oh, no. You know, I should take care of the ones that are on the outer perimeter. The ones that can actually run up and hit me. I don't know about you all, but I've been afraid of Lionels ever since I remembered them after going into Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild reinstilled the fear of Lionels inside of me because... you don't block their stuff unless you have the magic shield. Oh no. Okay, there's a boss in the next room. Let's see, who is it? It's Gleeok. Oh, it's the three-headed Gleeok. Okay. Okay. Ow. Good thing we got the Blunic and a lot of HP. We can only do this from the side tactic a little bit because as soon as we lob off one of its heads, it will start flying at us with great vigor. Ow. Let's get our potion ready. I do think we can defeat this one if I, you know, play it careful, play it smart. Okay, that's one. Ow. Gotta be careful here. No. Gleeok, stop. Stop, Gleeok. Gleeok, I do not approve of your shenanigans right now. Ow. Okay, just gotta remove 2 more heads. 1 more head. Oh, lordy. It is chasing us down. Heal up. And now tank it. Oh, no. Sword beam. We have our sword beam back. Okay. That'll save us some time and effort. That'll make this slightly easier to deal with. Until we get hit. Then we gotta get up there and directly melee the face. Okay, Gleeok is dead. Gleeok is dead. Whew. I'm gonna take my tea real quick. Okay. Hey, we've actually made it further into this game than I had before. Last time we died on room 96. This time while playing it, we've actually made it to room 97. Progress! Exactly. Unabas, one more time! Ow. Let's just get rid of these P-hats. These P-hats, they are an aggravation, but you know what? At least we can take care of them easily in a room like this. Boom, boom. Oh no! Get rid of that Octorok while I can. Okay, that's one like down. Just 3 hits on that one. More bombs. Ow. And we take what we can get. Okay. And the blue Koblin is down. Will we make it to room 100? One can only... Oh god, whiz robes. I can't attack, that bubble hit me. Dagnabbit. Alright. Oh. Let me tell you. That was a bad room. But hey, we made it to room 100. We have made progress, officially. And maybe one of these bat demon things will give us some more hearts, you know? You know, that'd be nice. Oh, please, healing? Oh, my lordy. Oh, my lordy. Alright, well, we're at room 101. I can safely say there's not many people who will make it to this floor. Because this is brutally hard. I'm not gonna lie, this has been brutally hard this entire time. I've just been getting lucky. Oh god, no, give me... Okay. And now they're all Dunyan rings in this room. Just gotta hope we get healing off one of these. The answer is no, we got healing off of nobody. We got a rope, we got Moblin, Tektite, ow! You know what? We got healing off that, so worth it. Okay. We have all these rupees and nothing to use them on right now. Let's take care of the Octorok. And then after the Octorok, we will... Ooh, more healing. Yes, and thank you. Okay, so you can't damage the big slimes with the boomerang, but you can damage the small ones. Gotcha. Oi, get over here. Got something to tell you. It's boomerang time. Alright. Okay, we're doing alright, we're doing alright. We're at room 105. Room 105. We are still really far into this comparatively. Because I did check and see there is a final room. There is a final room. Room 250. So, we've been doing pretty well. We've been doing pretty well. What was either 250 or 150? Oh no. This is not a place to be. This is not a place to be. Oh no. Okay. For some reason, a couple of those attacks didn't do knockback. All right. Not sure why, but okay. Okay, game. I understand. You make the rules. I just play by them. Uh-oh. Whew. Oh, lordy. Okay. Still have not come across the white sword or the magic sword. That'd be really nice to have right now. I don't want to use any more of our bombs, though, because, you know, if we run across the dongos, we need those bombs. As in, they are mandatory. Hey! Oh, we got some more. Okay, I could have used my bombs. Could have used my bombs. Alright. That's on me. That's on me. Healing. Oh, that was some nice healing. That was some really nice healing. Yeet. Alright, we got this though. We're okay. We're okay. We're just dealing with a Pole's voice who wants to be very dodgy right now and not go where we can, you know, attack them. Which, you know, understandable. I wouldn't want to be attacked either. I've been doing the same thing to these things, so... No, I get it. I respect it. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Do not want to be hit by a bubble while dealing with Lionels. Ooh. Okay, there's one Lionel here. We can handle... Let's just take care of the other ones first. Then we go in. There we go, like that. Like clockwork. Here's a little crab up. Or a rabbit head that moves on its own. What? Oi! Ooh! Oi! Oh, I got cornered there from it. That was really bad. Oh! We got another party member. All right, all right. I see everyone's actually enjoying the party member one, so I'm glad people are having fun with that. Whew. Ah, we're okay. William was saying, right. Oh my lordy! No. This is a lovely room of nope. Okay. 2 Lionel, I'm alright with. Oh. Mark my words, if any room called for a bomb, it was this room. Okay. Wizrobe? Gotcha. Okay, so we've learned that bombs are probably our best bet for Wizrobes right now, because they take a lot of hits normally. So, we're gonna be careful about that. Okay, could this thing please land? If it would please land and stop wasting my time, you are clear. You have clearance to land, good sir. You have clearance to land. You do not have clearance to stay up in the air any longer. If you could touch the ground, if you could touch grass for a moment here, it'd be really nice. There we go. And now we can move on to the next room. The fact that we're still using the wooden sword has me a little scared. Are we not going to get anything other than the wooden sword this run? Ow. We got more bombs. And the boss is in the next room, so let's see. Is it Dodongos? It is Dodongos. Uh-oh. Okay. We have to be very careful with this, otherwise we're soft-locked. Okay. Carefully, that's 1 gone. It's 2 gone. 3 gone. Okay. We barely got through that. We had 1 bomb left. Whew. Let's save our bombs for now. We need more. We need more. So we'll take care of this Lionel the old-fashioned way. You know, like that. Oh, now we get the time stopper. That would have been useful earlier. Alright, now we just gotta destroy this like. And not get hit by the bubbles. So that we can actually destroy this in a timely manner. Hopefully, maybe, possibly, I don't know. So these bubbles are chasing us down. It's almost like they know where we're going to be. Dagnabbit. Okay, I can finally sort again. There we go. I didn't have much of a choice there. It was either get hit by the arrow, or get tagged by the Octorok. Honestly, we made the right choice by getting tagged by the Octorok, because otherwise we would have taken a lot more damage than what we did. Huh, nothing for that. Interesting. Okay, we got blue moblins and blue levers. That's dangerous. Okay. We got more bombs though. We got more bombs out of it. We do take those. We've seen how useful bombs can be, after all. I don't think we're gonna run across any more Dodongos, seeing as how I think you can only run across each boss type once. And we ran across the double Dodongo earlier. Then we ran across the triple Dodongo. I think that's all the Dodongo boss fights. I could be wrong. Then we also ran across the two-headed Gleeok and three-headed Gleeok. So I don't think we're gonna run across Gleeok again at all. So here's to hoping that's a little bit easier from here on out. Stabbity. Alright. And stabbity. Smackity. Oh, I didn't freeze it in time. Alright. Nope. Bad moblin. No biscuit. Okay. So this lever's going to be right here. Alright, and we can't really do anything else in this room, so we're just going to turn around, go back, you know, find another room to hang out in, because, you know, that's just what we got to do here. Okay, back up to full hearts. Let's not waste it. Oh my god, that Octorok was coming at me with the quickness. Okay. But we're doing alright, We're on room 122. I'm genuinely surprised we made it to room 122. Also, see what I mean by these guys taking a little more damage than if we were just to bomb them. But I've already dedicated myself to attacking these ones with the wooden sword, so we're not going to waste our bombs. And we're having a pretty good run. We're still having a rough time of it, but we're having a pretty good run right now. We got blue Lionels. Oh no. Do bombs still hurt you? Yes. Ow. Okay. We got one. Ooh. Boomerang, sword, boomerang, sword, boomerang, sword. Oh, you stupid bubble. Okay, let's get out of there. This is where we die. This is where we die. As soon as I saw the blue whiz robes, I knew it. I knew it was time. I knew it was time. Ah, but that was a good run. 125 rooms, 1 hour, 1 minute, 6 seconds. We didn't get any DPS upgrades, but we did survive fairly long with just a wooden sword, the Blunic, and a few hearts. That said, I do think I'm going to go ahead and call this short stream here at around 1 hour, 50 minutes. But I'm going to end it by saying, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please consider hitting that follow button. It helps quite a bit. If you're watching this on YouTube, please consider that like button. It helps a lot more you know. But above all else, have a great day, folks.